A hard lesson that many of us as men learn along our journey of life as we get older, especially as we get into our 30s and 40s, you realize that your bros ain't necessarily your bros. The friendships that you had when you were young and is because of the vicinity, maybe y'all grew up in the same community, y'all played on the same football team, isn't enough to sustain a friendship as you get older. You have to understand that just because somebody call you bro all the time, they bro you up, dap you out like you my brother, you my bro. Like you gotta learn how to look beyond what people say and look at their actions. Do their words and calling you bro? Do they match? Do they give brother energy? Do they take up for you? Are they there for you in time of need? Do they encourage you to be your best self? Are they secretly jealous of you? Are they hating on you? Are they broing you up and dapping you up when they see you? You know, like what's good, bro? Like all that whoop de woo, right? But then secretly in their heart, they hating on you and they wishing on your downfall. That's one of the hardest lessons that we have to learn on our journey as men is being able to differentiate between who's really a bro and who's really a foe, because a lot of people are wolves moving in sheep's clothing, and sometimes you're just not aware. Like when we're younger, like it's just like, oh no, that's my dog, that's my brother, we're gonna be friends forever. But as you get older, you start to realize that one, we're all moving in different directions in life, but then you start to see beyond like just we've been friends since we were in sixth grade or we played on the same football team. But like, no, what are your characteristics as a man? Do we have the same faith and morals and values? When I was down, you was there for me and you held me down, right? Like I got real brothers in my life because my dad taught me growing up. He's like, son, in life you're gonna have very many acquaintances, but very few true friends. And that still stands to this day. And I understand that. I'm thankful for grasping that wisdom at an early age. So I've always been kind of observant of people and always friendly to people, but don't not necessarily everybody's my friend, because you gotta earn that. You gotta show me in the way that you conduct yourself with you, the way you conduct yourself around other people, but then also the way that you conduct yourself with me. Like I got friends that I've been friends with since we were kids, but it's because I've had time to observe them and I seen their characteristics. Whenever I was down and I needed money, they were there for me and they looked out for me. Whenever I was going through it, they called and consoled me. It was there for me. When I needed time of encouragement, they was there for me. Not just when it was time to spark a blunt, not just when it was time to go get on some girls or to go party, but in real life, in real times of need, like they were there for me. Not hating, not jealous, no ulterior motives, not trying to backdoor me in any way, but really a brother just because they love me and I love them and we got a brotherly bond. But you have to be able again to learn and to differentiate. Like everybody's not your bro. You got to learn to observe people and see, is this man a faithful man? Is this man what moves with more morals and integrity? Is this an honorable man? Or every time he get around you, is he talking negative and down about somebody else? Those are things to pay attention to. People that constantly gossip and they always jealous of other people, preying on somebody else's downfall. Man, I hope they lose, or man, I hope or they hating like, man, they started this little business, or you see such and such, he trying to go to school, or he trying to watch for people like that. People that are jealous and negative about other people, people that are only there for you when times are good and not there for you when you're really going through it. All of a sudden they disappear when you're not paying for things, when you're not up, or whatever the case may be. Watch out for people that are users. Just don't get caught up on people dapping you up and calling you bro and being there for you when things are good. But are they there for you when you're going through troubles in life? Because I've had that happen. I've just growing older, I've met people and I thought people were solid and I thought people were a certain way, or friendships that I thought that, man, because we've been knowing each other since we was kids, that, I thought we was going to be friends now in our adulthood. And that's not always the case. You got to discern and be able to really see people for who they are at face value, not their potential. Because sometimes as men we do that. Like we cool with people just because we've known them for so long, but like, are they really a good person? Or is this really a good man, or does he have some bad qualities about him that you need to distance yourself from? Because how many times have we seen the story where friends are in the car and they know that they're doing illegal activity and they get pulled over by the cops, and then the homeboy turned on the other homeboy, and the other homeboy didn't turn on him because he was like really saw him as a bro, was just trying to hold him down to be solid. right? And that's just one example of many others that I could give. But you got to understand that all your bros ain't your bro. Just because somebody call you bro, observe them. Do they call and check on you? You know, are you always the one you got to reach out to them and you got to sustain the friendship? Is it a mutual thing where y'all both care about each other, y'all love each other, y'all reaching out, tapping in and checking in, or is it always just you? You the one holding on and sustaining the friendship. Every time y'all go out and hang out and do something, you the one that's always offering to pay. They never looking out, never trying to, like show that, hey, we brothers and we in this together, and like, and I care about you and I love you, right? Like something else too that I've learned to differentiate between like who's really a homie and not is like as I've gotten older and more mature and just realizing how short life is, like I've learned to tell my homies that, hey bro, I love you. Right. And I know for a lot of men that's weird. And sometimes like as guys we get besides ourselves with stuff like that. Like, man, I ain't telling no another man that I love him. That's whatever the case may be. Right. But a homie that's really for you, like, and is sure of himself. And I grew up in a household with men that said I love you to me. Like when my father said I love you, my uncle, right? Like I grew up around men that are, it's not, they're in tune with who they are, and it's not weird to say I love you to a man. But so I've learned to voice that to my homies because it's like, bro, like if I die tomorrow or if you die, I want you to know that I love you. And that our brotherhood and our friendship was really real. And it wasn't just about like, I'm a good time friend or because we partied together, right? But like, no, bro, I'm really down for you and I'm here for you, bro. Like, how many of your homies, like, do you have that bond and relationship with? Or how many of your friends are just friends because y'all met at a party and y'all just drinking buddies, or y'all played a game, or just like surface level friendships? You got to be able to differentiate that, and that will prevent you from certain hurt and pain and turmoil and being let down when you understand that some people are just acquaintances and you got to kind of keep them at arm's reach and distance. And then some people are really brothers that you can lock in with, understand they're gonna be a lifelong friends. Because I've had those friends again that I grew up with, and I just thought that, man, when we were kids, we talk about how we wanted to be at each other's weddings and how we want to live close to each other so we could raise our kids together and our kids can be friends. When you're a kid and you dreaming and you talking, but then when you get older, you realize like life takes us all in different places, and your bros ain't really your bros. You get burned by somebody, they talking behind your back, or somebody steals from you, or whatever the story goes. But you gotta learn to discern and just realize that, man, some people are just in our life for a season and some people are there for a lifetime. But you gotta learn to differentiate between who's an acquaintance and who's a true friend, and watch how that saves you a lot of headaches and a lot of discord in your life, and will continue to help you move at a level of peace. So understand that everybody that call you bro ain't really your bro. Anyway, I'll be back soon. Peace.